I'm Kelby. I first played D&D when I was in undergraduate with a bunch of theater people and one engineer, and that's really great because it means that I've always been playing with very story-focused, character-first players, which is what I like to do best as well. So I'm hoping for a lot of great RP over the course of my small guest arc here on the show. And I also have been playing with these people before, and I think that they're all hilarious. So I'm looking forward to some light moments as well as hopefully some really grounded character development.
I've actually known Kelby longer than I've known any of the other players.
Tyler I met through the production of Macbeth that I was directing. He was introduced to me as someone with a lot of free time on his hands, and that turned out to be really true.
So Kelby thinks that we met during Macbeth, but that's actually not correct. I met her when I was just a wee little 16-year-old kid doing a show at the local community theater, and she was directing it, and I went to like one rehearsal, and I was just like the backstage kid, and I just thought that she was like such a cool director, and then I jumped at the chance to work with her on Macbeth, and that's when we kind of actually formed a friendship, and she remembered who I was.
I forget when we got to talking and discovered the D&D connection. It's like it's always been there, but I know that it wasn't.
The first D&D game that I ever DM'd, I forced a bunch of my theater friends to play through the starter set adventure, Lost Mines of Phandelver, with me, and she was one of those people.
But he's become the go-to DM of my life, and we go to Renaissance fairs and all kinds of nerdy stuff. Have a really great time. Everybody else I pretty much met through theater or indirectly as well.
I met Kelby doing theater, which I think is probably going to be a refrain. I don't remember the first production that I met her in, because it feels like Kelby is just one of those people who's like always been a part of my circle.
I met Kelby through Ari as a mutual acquaintance originally from theater, and through that I, in an extremely soft manner, developed a understanding of who Kelby is, and that's mainly how I met her.
Stephanie used to work with Tyler somewhere else, so not through theater.
I met Kelby the way I met everyone else at this table, via Tyler.
Kelby is a extremely thorough thinker who, when she starts out on a train of thought, finishes the train of thought before going off on a tangent. And then she can take the tangent and loop the tangent back into the main thoroughfare thought. So it's enjoyable to listen to her speak about stuff.
But she's incredible, and she is a playwright, she's an amazing director, she's an incredible actor, and this is still relatively new to me playing D&D with her, but all of the incredible things about her come out so beautifully when she plays.
As for how she plays D&D, you can hear her winding a narrative through the improv that we're doing while at the table, so she's pretty good at that as well.
Her characters are so deep, they're well thought out, they have rich emotional lives, and she finds ways to weave all of that through in her play. It's been really wonderful working with her in this context.
Kelby is a really interesting D&D player, and she's a lot like me when I actually get to play instead of being behind the screen. But she and I are both players where we won't hesitate. If there's a door, we're gonna fucking open it.
She's kind of an agent of chaos, and I love that about her.
I really love that about her because she is somebody who can really move the plot forward.
And usually it's hilarious, so it works.
Kelby is the type of D&D player who comes prepared but flexible. Like, she knows her character really well, and has a sense of like what her character's goals are, but she is very flexible at the table, willing to go along with where the party is going to go, and I think willing to even be flexible sometimes in what her initial thoughts of her character were, as she finds new moments at the table.
She's kind of great. I don't know. She's kind of great.
last thoughts about Kelby? Anything?
I got nothing else.
Okay, awesome.
She's amazing. I said in 10 different ways that she's incredible and I love her.
Look at your secrets back here. Okay, so I'm answering what kind of D&D player am I, or?
Just about yourself. Who are you?
Just
What
a
do you
general vague question that you're supposed to answer.
Well, I'm Kelby.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. That was my fault.
I can't look at you, I'm looking at the eye chart.
I'm gonna go read her.
Yeah.
This makes me feel like I'm making one of those dating profile videos in the 90s.
Yes.
How'd
you meet her? What's your opinion of her? What's she like as a person? Well, I mean, I hope it's a positive opinion. Like,
What is one positive and one shitty opinion?
what's the shittiest thing about Kelby Preston?
Stop that, he'll tell you.
Anything else about Kelby?
She's got blonde hair and
Cute.
she usually, I don't know, she wears a lot of floral patterns.
That's true.
Kelby, she is blonde, and she really has a penchant for wearing really beautiful florals.
Well, she is blonde and she likes to wear florals.
What else about Kelby? She is blonde and she wears a lot of floral prints.